Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Devette, Christian numerologist and relationship coach. I help people basically build and develop their self-esteem, self-confidence, and transform their relationships. And so as a spiritual entrepreneur, I thought it would be really amazing and exciting to interview some really cool, awesome people that are up to amazing things, making a difference in the world with their gifts and their talents, and just really getting their perspectives, their ideas, their what they do as an entrepreneur and how they can serve the community. So I am so stoked. I met Monica about a week or two ago, and she's completely amazing. And I am so excited to have her on today to spotlight her and talk about what she does, because she helps women entrepreneurs basically take the expertise from their head, right, and the stories from their heart and create content. And I love this because we all have a message that we need to bring out to the world. And sometimes it gets stuck. I know it gets stuck with me when I'm trying to express something. So to have an expert be able to come forth and help you extract that information and bring it out to the public is just, it's such a special gift. So Monica, I'm so happy to have you on. Can you tell us more about you and what you do, what got you started, and all that good stuff?
Hey, thanks for having me. I'm so excited to be here. So you're going to hear my kids in the background. I got two boys. One is 5, another is 10 months at this time. And so you're going to hear them. And that is why I started, so I could be at home with these crazy kids of mine. So I'm Monica Miller, and I am your content guide. I take the expertise from your head, the stories from your heart, and I help you combine all that into a meaningful marketing message that is going to captivate and convert your audience into paying clients. I've been doing this since really since all my life, really, because it all started out with I had a speech impediment when I was a little girl. So being like Anthony's age, people used to ask me to repeat myself or to slow down, or they would turn to my sister and would ask, what does she say? And you know how kids are. They get really impatient pretty quick, and they get tired of repeating themselves. So when I learned how to write, I really felt like that was the catapult of really what I do today, and how I was able to utilize my voice in written form, because I was able to speak without having to be asked, what did you say? Can you repeat that? I didn't understand you. There was none of that anymore. It was so freeing. And so it's really funny how God used that to help me. That's really what I do, is because I know a lot of people are online. They're using social media to grow their business. They're using blogs, newsletters, all kinds of things to grow their businesses, but they feel like they're just throwing biscuit on the wall, and they feel like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to post. I feel like every time I get online, my thoughts become jumbled. I can't get it organized. And that's what I do. I do both done for you content services. So if you don't want to do it and you want someone else to take over your brilliance and to write that for you, I do that for my clients. I also have what I call content mentorship packages, where we can work one-on-one, or you can work in a group setting, where I show you how you can be a master of your words and become a magnetic writer yourself. So I offer both types, because I know that there's plenty of entrepreneurs out there, and I've served a lot of them, where they just want to get better. They want to hone in on that skill, and they want their efforts online to pay off. And so they come to me and I help them do it. And like I said, I also offer the done for you content services. Did that cover everything that we talked about? You asked, or is there something else I need to say?
No, I love that. You know what I love is I'm finding that it seems like with every single person that I've interviewed, and they're doing something like just so magical for somebody else that that's not their skill. It's like they have a story behind it of um something that they struggled with, or a rock bottom they hit, or just something. And I love that you mentioned that, because so many people are afraid of that thing without realizing that it's usually that thing that catapults you, or that turns you into this professional of something. So being able to take your speech impediment and say, hey, you know what, I'm going to be creative and find ways to express my voice, then in turn help so many other people. And I love that. A lot of people are so, I know I get stuck myself as well as an author, putting my words to the paper and then over analyzing it and over analyzing it again, and then starting all over again and then gutting it. And it's just like, it's frustrating, and it can even be discouraging sometimes. So I think it's amazing that you do that. How long have you said all your life? So pretty much you've been putting yourself out there in this way, this idea, and so now you've turned it into a profession, right? So do you typically work with women or men, or who do you usually work with?
Yeah. So I'm going to go back to the first question when you asked, like, how long I've been doing this. So professionally, I opened up my doors in 2014, being a
Okay.
freelance writer. And I was sharing this with somebody else today. Even though I opened up my doors as a freelance writer, I went and played in the coaching world for a while.
Okay.
And then this year, after learning, I know you're like this, after learning my human design,
Okay.
I really felt the pull to go back to writing. So I opened up my writing doors again in July. And now I'm feeling the pull to do more writing because one, I'm good at it. And two, I'm just like, I really enjoy it.
Yeah.
Working with clients in the writing sphere has just reminded me how much I love words, how much I love hearing their brilliance. Because one of the things that one of my clients, she's a leadership coach. She's brilliant. I mean, she's smart. She has solid packages. She gets paid to speak. She's been, she's spoken on the global leadership stage in Casper, Wyoming. She has done so much in such a very little time. And, it's really, like you just said, she just gets stuck in her head. She starts over analyzing and over complicating to the point where she can't write. So that's why she hired me to write for her. And I'm able to capture her story, her brilliance, what makes her unique. And it has been so much fun writing that for her. And that's whenever I felt like God's been really pulling me to get back to just writing and maybe letting go of some of the coaching for right now. I'm not to say it's going to be gone forever, because I love educating. I love training. I love, I'm a projector in human design. So we know projectors, so we like to guide, we like to give advice. We love that teaching and the educating. So that's what I am. I just love that. So I don't think I will ever give up the coaching or the mentorship part. So that's, but I am feeling this pull to go back to just writing and helping people in the back end. We're speaking of which, I actually just naturally attract women.
Mhm.
But I will be opening up my doors to men because I'm talking to a potential client tomorrow and he's a guy. So,
Oh, cool.
yeah. So, but like I said, I naturally attract women.
Yeah.
But we shall see in the coming, year. I think things are about to start changing as I'm pivoting and I'm feeling, an honor and the call to just pull back and get back into writing.
Yeah, and that's interesting you say about the human design, because as far as like the numerology aspect of it too, one of the things that really attracted me to numerology was not only the numbers but the words, because it's your birth date and the name that you are given have a significant impact on who you are and your journey through life. And I mean, words, I mean, in the beginning, God said, right, let there be light. I mean, in the beginning was the word, which, then the word became flesh. And, you hear that, and word is so powerful. So it's like what you do to be able to capture someone's their essence and their message, and put it into word, into the written word, is just so, it's amazing. So do you go through like an interview process, or how do you find that, their magic within them that you can then translate onto word or into words?
How I found this magic was earlier this year, I started doing a interview series, and I somehow put together women who were not only like-minded, but they were just like the synergy was really good. I don't know how I do it. It's one of my gifts, I guess. It's just, and I don't do it on purpose. It's just like, oh, these people seem interesting. Let's put them in a room and let's do like an interview. And the number one comment I kept getting is, you ask, you ask a lot of questions. There's never this lull, like this awkwardness that sometimes happens with group panels type deals, and I just kept hearing, like, you're so good at asking questions and keeping the energy going and flowing. And we love the synergy that you gave during that time. And I also like actually really love interviewing, because one of the things, like how I started out back whenever I first got married, actually, I was like a newlywed. We were stationed in Ramstein, Germany. Anthony. 5-year-old. Okay. So we were stationed in Ramstein, Germany, and I started writing human interest stories for the Air Force magazine, or not magazine, but the newspaper on base. And so my number one job was to go out, find interesting people, and interview them. And it was so much fun asking them questions, because I just love hearing people's stories and diving deep and just asking the questions. I don't know, like I just know how to ask, and they just tell. I've always been good at that. And it hit me this summer, like, you're really good at asking questions, you're really good at interviewing. Why don't you use that as your way to get content? And that way has worked so well, and it's been a lot of fun. My son is not dying. I don't know if you hear that, but he's not dying. He's fine. So
Okay.
he's playing. But that has been my number one way of how I'm getting to the essence. And then whenever I get into the flow of writing and I see the interview, transcribed and everything, I'm able to weave that story together. I'm able to see what we can do with it. I usually start seeing it while I'm interviewing them, because some of my questions are pre-planned and some of them are not, because I believe that whatever comes up is what meant to come up.
Right.
So I'm kind of a fly by your pants person, but it always turns out like pretty epic. I mean, the last pieces of content I wrote for my clients have been fire, in my opinion. And I'm so excited for her to start posting it and start seeing the results from it.
Yeah, how exciting. And back to kind of the numerology thing too, is that being a 9 life path number, which is what we saw that you are. 9s are the most evolved numbers in numerology. They're usually really well connected because they're tend to be the natural humanitarian. Like they really have a soul felt connection with people. Like it's like from the heart, not just like from the head. So that would completely make sense that you can connect with them and extract exactly what's needed for them to kind of get their story out. And yeah, that's powerful, kind of like just going with it and seeing what comes up, right? And just kind of trusting that it's going to be whatever it's supposed to be. I saw that you also did dream board parties. Right? Are you still, yeah, what, tell me about that. That's exciting. Dream boards are always so fun. And
Yeah.
yeah, so do you do it online or in person? And how often do you do them?
Yeah, so I just hosted a vision board party yesterday,
Okay.
but I'm considering, because a lot of people couldn't attend. I'm considering, because a lot of people wanted to attend, they just couldn't. I'm considering doing it again in January. Maybe I might do it at the end of the year or early January. And
Okay.
that was, I call it a vision board party because the last time I hosted it, I mean, it was phenomenal. So many women got connected. A lot of things happened. One girl commented a couple months later that she had nearly manifested half of what she wanted on her vision board, which was so much fun. Um, and so, yeah, if I host another one, I'll let you know. You can definitely let people on here know. But
Sure.
my goal is to do this, yearly, maybe towards the end of the year, when people are starting to think about their new year, especially
Okay.
in that November, December area. However, if some people pester me, you could always see a mid-year vision board. Because maybe,
Okay.
I think sometimes we get off track or we get sidetracked, and it's coming back to our vision and getting that vision board maybe updated or tweaked or yeah, because I think one of the things like I found is like vision boards can be it could be such a living thing because it can change, and that's okay. It's not set in
Right.
stone, because we're not set in stone. We're human beings. We change every day. So our vision board can change as well. And yeah, so that could be an interesting mid-year tweak to see
Yeah. And yeah, because
what
I
our
mean,
vision is going to do.
exactly. And even though maybe the exact vision, maybe this car changes to this kind of car, but the feeling doesn't change, right? So like the emotion, so it's kind of keeping that going. And I was thinking about that because I mean, at the end of the year, people are looking at, okay, what am I going to create? What, what's new? And I feel like people also do that around their birthdays, right? Okay, now I'm going to turn, this age. What's going to be new for me? And it's almost like a crossing, point too. So I thought that was really interesting and really cool. I wanted to ask you about that. And so at the end of this, I'll make sure and add your social media links and stuff, so anybody that's interested can follow you and get updates on next time you do a vision board party. That sounds really cool. um, you also mentioned that you had 2 spots available for your done for you content, right? Can you tell us a little bit more about that? And you have that until the end of the year, to these 2 spots available, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So right now I'm looking for 2 done for you content services, like new clients. So if you're like, oh, somebody who you're just ready to outsource your content, like for example, I was on a call today with a potential client. I'm about to send her proposal. So she doesn't have time to do her social media. She did hire an agency to take it over, but because she's a real estate agent, she sees the same copy everywhere else. And so she's ready to like stand out, be seen, come from a place of being unique. Like, I'm just not a real estate agent. I'm amazing.
Right.
And this is this is her story. This is what she does. This is how she sets herself apart. So we're talking about me taking over her social media to create that unique type of content for her
Okay.
that is personalized, that brings out her. And I
Yeah.
think it would be tons of fun. So anyway, so that is like someone, if you're in that stage, or maybe, like my other client, she would just get into that, she keeps meaning to post on social media, but then, she's working her business, working with clients, networking, building and expanding. And she doesn't always have time to post on social media, even though she wants to. So she hired me. I have another contract out there, like we're talking about me writing her blog posts so that she can start sharing her passion with the world with that blog, because she's just like, I'm not creative in that. I would like to just give it to somebody else to do. So that is a few examples of how I could work with you. I am a long form content gal. So that's
Okay.
why I like the blogs, newsletters, landing pages, website copy. If you hire me to do social media, I'll probably be doing more of that long form copy because that's where my expertise lies. I'm not gonna lie. So there's gonna be a lot more of that storytelling, authority building type of post. So that is some examples. So I'm opening up 2 spots for done for you content services. So if you are ready to outsource, obviously claim that spot. I'm sending out multiple proposals and I got multiple people asking about my services right now. So get in on it quick. And that's just for right now. Always check in with me to see if I have availability in my calendar to add another client or 2. So you can always check in, especially if you're watching this and it's like a month later or 2 months later,
Right.
you know that you can just follow up with me and I'll let you know if I have availability in my
Right.
calendar.
Yeah, and that's really awesome because you're taking something off their lap to free them up to do something that they really love, whether that's networking or public speaking or something. Then you can kind of get their essence and put it out in a more consistent basis. That way they're, getting the visibility that they need. And yeah, I kind of I think of like entrepreneurs sometimes when, especially when you're just starting, you're like, like a restaurant owner that is like, they're the cook, they're the, they're the busboy, they're the, they pay the bills, they open, they close. And it's like, at some point, you have to start bringing people in to help you take some of the load off, right? But do it in the way that represents you and is true to you, so that you can do what you love and enjoy life. Because sometimes you don't own the business owns you. So you can be good at everything. You had mentioned too that I'm really fascinated about, is being able to, because you work with authors, you work with speakers, you work with coaches, and being able to have like templates available for their content. So this is in the near future, something you're currently working on, or what would that look like, and how would that support authors or coaches, or who it would be ideal for?
Yeah. So I have a power partner and we wanted to come out with in early 2023 a content template service where you get these, graphics from Canva that would be ready for you to manipulate into your own brand, and it'll be specifically for authors, speakers, and coaches. So and I'm going to focus on authors real quick because we were talking about this earlier on. I know a ton of authors. I know a ton of speakers who are authors. I know a ton of coaches who are authors, service providers who are authors. And I don't know of anything that really supports authors in the graphic and content realm to help promote their books, because we know they get support writing their books, publishing their books, maybe the first month of after they launch their books, but after that they're on their own. And I am out. Me and actually I just connected with another lady today. I've been talking to a lot of people today. Another lady today, and this is like part of what God's calling her to do, is helping authors promote their books. And that's something that God has put even on my heart and my power partner's heart too. So you could be looking out for, it'll be like a low ticket monthly subscription where you'll get so many content or graphics, so graphics from Canva to post on social media, to talk about your book, to promote your book, to bring awareness about your book. And you'll also get content ideas and templates to use to get some things going about, like, oh, this is how I can utilize my book. This is how I can promote my book. This is how I can, get more book sales. And so there will be probably 2 tiers. It's still in like that design stage, but there'll be 2 tiers. One tier you would just get the graphics and that you can custom to your brand colors. You put your book on there, and graphic and the content ideas. And then the second tier would be you will receive some office hours. so you can ask questions, so you can get some feedback, so you can know, like, am I on the right track? Like, is this looking good? Because we all need a second pair of eyes. I mean, even I do as a, content writer, yeah, I do need, sometimes I need that second pair of eyes. And so that would be a service that we wanted to create in 2023. We wanted to launch it as soon as we can. So probably after the holidays. So check back in January 2023, February 2023, and that should be available to enroll in. And we're really excited about it because we really feel that authors need the support right now, because there's a statistic that only 500 books are sold per one author, and we want to change that. We want it to be more in the thousands instead of just 500 for the life of the book.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, there's, like we were saying before, I mean, everybody has a message, right? And being able to put it clearly onto paper is one thing that you support them with, but also once all that's said and done, I mean, being able to now take that and sell thousands of books and getting their message out, because I mean, if people, people can't buy what they don't know is for sale. So if they write their book and then they don't know what to do with it, that's a very important aspect that I think a lot of people are. So you kind of sound like the whole package here. You help people with their content, you help them with their social media, you get, their vision, right? And their vision boards. Like I'm sure you even probably work with clients that you bring on to help see what their vision is and what, you can kind of align with. You work with people, so you work with people one-on-one, but I thought you'd mentioned you also do group coaching as well.
I do. I have a group mastermind, a group program called Captivate and Convert. And we meet twice a month, where we actually talk all about how to create captivating content so you can convert them into paying clients. So it's a mixture of trainings and Q&A for where you're at. And it comes with a bi-monthly, right? Bi-monthly is every other week, where we actually get together and we just write for an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, so every other week. So every other week you'll come to the Captivate and Convert, and then the other times you'll come to a write-in accountability group where you'll write your content for an hour, and then we open it up to like, hey, does this make sense? What do you think? And this is like great for those who are procrastinating, maybe they're not always sure. And it's also, if you don't want to join Captivate and Convert, you can join the membership, the writing community. It's called the Confident Writer. Hopefully I just didn't confuse you, because I just said a whole bunch of things. But yeah, so I have a couple of...
So the group coaching... So with the group coaching, you meet bi-weekly, and it incorporates some trainings and question and answer. And then you also have times available where you just like sit and focus and write. And then you also have a mastermind membership where people can join and get information. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I realized I probably messed it up. I'm sorry, everyone. I have really loud kids, and that's distracted, but people with kids, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So yeah, I have a mastermind. It's Captivate and Convert. We meet twice a month, and that is where you'll learn how to become a magnetic writer, how to write content that converts. So you can imagine back in November, we talked about writing that captivating content. And this past month, in December, we talked about being a magnetic writer. Next month, we are going to talk all about profits. How do we create profitable content? There's a difference between all of this. And it's going to go on, and we're going to go deeper into certain topics, from everywhere from like the energetics of writing content to the like kind of the systems, the more the strategy side. So we kind of cover it all within this mastermind. And it also comes with a writing community called the Confident Writer. It's also a membership style group. So it's $47 a month. You can come and go as you want. If you just want to join that. But if you join the mastermind, you'll get into this for free. And we meet twice a month, and we spend an hour just writing. It could be whatever you want: website copy, landing page, blogs, social media, anything, newsletters. It doesn't matter. You can write whatever copy you want, and then at the end you can have us, you can we open it up for Q&A. You can say like, hey, here's the copy I wrote, does this make sense, like am I on the right track? And you get feedback from the group. And that's a great place for those who are getting overwhelmed with copy. Maybe you can't hire or a mentor, or you can't join the mastermind yet. That's a great first start to beginning to get that go, getting your content out there, to know you can write with confidence. So yeah, that is my group, some of my group stuff as well.
Yeah, and it sounds, I mean, like I said, it's kind of like almost even building up to the next thing, because you're sometimes it's just building that momentum, right? It's like just jumping in full force is one thing, but when you're kind of just getting your feet wet and getting used to it is it's really important. Who's your ideal client? Like what is like your star client that you would that you love working with, or that typically if they're looking at this video now and they're kind of gauging, well, I need this kind of stuff. Would they be, are we a good fit? I mean, what would be your ideal client that you work with?
I seem to attract a lot of coaches. Maybe because I'm a coach, I don't know. I've worked with a lot of coaches. So, but it has been all over the place. Like I said, I talked to a realtor today. I'm talking to another woman, and she helps with babies and their sleep patterns. I'm talking to a lady, she wants a travel agency. So it doesn't have to be necessarily coaching. It can be, another area, like another woman, she's a client of mine. She wants a sensory playroom for children with disabilities. And I'll write her blogs. So it doesn't have to be, like I said, coaching per se, but it seems that I've worked with a lot of coaches in my past. So that's, but
so then favorite, typically it would be just someone, your favorite? I'm sorry, I think, and I think my internet might be a little unstable. I don't know if I'm freezing up. But you were going to say your favorite to work with, or?
Yeah. So, you were asking about the star client. It's probably my leadership coaching client that I mentioned, how I wrote, she was a on and off client of mine since 2020. We've been working together on and off since 2020. So I coached her, and I helped her with her blog. I helped her with her business, and now I'm helping her write her content. So that, like, she has been by far one of I love working with her. So someone like I said, coaches, it seems like I understand the coaching industry a lot because I was there, and that's an area that I love to support in. But like I said, you don't have to be a coach to work with me.
Okay, so basically, typically, anybody who has that magic within want to handle the content, right? So someone who's like, they maybe content within them, right, within their mind, within their heart, that hand it over deal to work you.
Can you repeat the question? You're breaking up a lot. It could be my end too.
your services? How do they get a hold of you? Your social media website? How does anybody get a hold of you? Interested, freezing too, so I'm not sure.
Can you hear me now? All right, so I'm owning the show. And it's still recording. So I'm going to go, and I believe she was asking me where you can find me. So I'm just going to continue talking. So you can find me on Facebook at, you can friend me, Monica Lynn, LYNN. I would be the one that says your content guide. I think I'm like the only content guide out there. I could be wrong. And so that is me. If you are friends with the vet, then you can find me on her friend list. If you, you can also follow me on Instagram, and my Instagram handle is @yourcontentguide. And you can also follow me on LinkedIn. Just be aware, I pretty much repurpose all my content from all across the boards. If you would like to receive a free 30-day gratitude journal, become my friend, message me and say gratitude journal, and I always send that to you as a free gift. Because one thing, especially if you are wanting to step into a space where you are wanting to create what you want in your life, gratitude is a first step. And I'm going to encourage you right now to begin that through a 30-day printable gratitude journal that I have developed, and I've already gifted it to a couple of people. So go ahead and claim that gift. You can go to my website, monicawrites.com. Writes as if you're writing a book, monicawrites.com. And you can read my 300 plus blogs. You can check out what I do, even though it needs to be updated. I'm hoping to get that updated really, really soon. And let me see what else. But I'm primarily on Facebook. If you want to follow me and see the content I create, and this would be content I would be creating for my clients, you can definitely check me out there. And if you are interested in taking one of these 2 spots for my Done For You content services, then I would invite you to email me, monica@monicawrites.com, monica@monicawrites.com, and let's get on a call. Let's see what your needs are, and let's get you claiming one of my 2 spots. So I don't know, Devette's going to come back on. I'm about to wrap up here, but I want to say thank you so much for hosting me, Devette. I'm so sad that that your internet, I think, just went kaput. It has happened to me. But I'm so grateful that you allowed me to come on here and share my message. And I'm so grateful for that. Thanks for enduring me with my 2 boys. They're usually not this loud, but here we are. And so I cannot wait to serve you in any way possible. Don't hesitate to reach out to me via Facebook Messenger, email, and let's stay connected and be connected. All right, everyone, you have a most wonderful rest of your day. And I will see you all in my inbox claiming that 30-day free gratitude journal, and for you to claim one of my 2 end of the year content writing spots. All right, if you want to learn about anything else, let me know, and I will be more than happy to send you any information. Bye for now.